welcome back to Empowered Spirit Healing. My name is Paula, and today we are continuing with episode 9 from The Golden Future by Diana Cooper. I would like to apologize to everybody for a huge delay in recording the next episode. There's just been a few changes in my personal life, and I've just been quite overwhelmed with things going on business-wise and just lots going on. But I feel like hopefully it's starting to settle now, and I just want to get back into reading these episodes on a weekly basis so that we can finish off this book and move on to some other amazing spiritual books that I would really love to share with you all if you are interested. So we're going to continue with chapter 29, which is Awakening Your Higher Heart. And so basically we're up to the part in the Golden Future where we're working with the different chakras and how to activate them in order to get us ready for the Golden Future and moving into the 5th dimension. So it's very exciting and very important work that we all look into and start practicing with. So we'll continue on. Your essence is love. It always has been and always will be. Love is the filament of a bulb that is white, hot, perfect. Only dust and dirt on the glass dim the light. The white hot center is like the pure white center of your 5th dimensional heart that connects through the cosmic heart directly to source. You can make the connection and see it clearly by cleaning the glass of the bowl. This is done by seeing the divine love in the heart of every person and recognizing that everything else is ego. That's very true. The ego really likes to confuse us and distract us from our mission and our purpose in our life. And I've been personally trying to work with my ego a lot lately and working more with self-talk, which I've done a lot over the years. My self-talk has improved dramatically from when I was much younger, but there's always work to do with the ego, and there's always another level to work on. So in italics, it says, the journey of the heart is from self-centeredness to pure love. The heart chakra. There are 33 chambers in the heart chakra. The outer ones are green, where your heart is closed. And here you go through experiences and lessons of self-centeredness. It helps to open the doors and place the flame of love within each room. However evolved you are, as with all the chakras, there may still be some lessons not fully mastered. As you open to love, you move inwards to pink chambers. Then, as your love becomes more spiritual, to violet pink ones, until you reach the innermost pure white chambers of your heart, of your higher heart, sorry. In italics, it says, the desire to find love is the force driving every single situation or disagreement between people. Now, at last, we can all find it. Planetary and cosmic heart chakras. The heart chakra of our planet is in Glastonbury in the United Kingdom. The heart chakra of the universe is planet Venus. The portal from Glastonbury Tor to Venus was opened and activated by Jesus, who is now the bringer of cosmic love. Thousands of people sense the love energy pouring through this portal and are drawn to Glastonbury to activate their own heart centers. Venus, the cosmic heart, receives the frequency of divine love directly from Source. These are shimmering white. The planet is a transformer that steps down this love to frequencies that we can accept. When you connect to the cosmic heart in meditation or sleep, it accelerates your journey to love. Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel overlights the evolution and development of the heart chakra. He usually presents himself as pure white with a hint of soft pink. He beams to you the highest frequency of love that you can accept. Spiritual beings that work with your heart center. When you work with this chakra, it helps to invoke the following angelic beings: your unicorn, a beautiful pink dragon, Archangel Chamuel, the angel of the heart, Archangel Metatron, who is in charge of the entire ascension process and intimately connected with the opening of the heart. Before you read about the journey through your heart center, ask them to focus your energy on it to light your way through the chambers. Here is an invocation to help you draw them to you. So in italics it says, I now invoke a beautiful pink dragon to burn up any dense energies released from the lower chambers of my heart. I invoke my beloved pure and beautiful unicorn to purify and illuminate all the chambers of my heart. I invoke Archangel Chamuel to help me integrate any lessons I have not yet fully absorbed, so that my heart can accept pure love. I invoke Archangel Metatron to turn the Metatron cube anti-clockwise in front of each chamber to draw out any blocks remaining in it. When this is complete, I ask Archangel Metatron to rotate the Metatron cube clockwise, to recode the chambers and to fill them with glorious 6th and 7th dimensional light. So be it. Trust that this is now happening in divine right order, and your unicorn, Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Metatron, and a luminous pink dragon are focusing their energy on this chakra as it ascends. The journey through the heart. The human heart center grows and evolves over lifetimes. Be prepared to examine yourself as you go through the steps towards pure love, and take this opportunity to clear, release, and forgive anything you are holding on to. Enter the first chamber holding your flame of love. Chamber 1. Here you explore any acts of unkindness you have committed, or maybe are still committing. Forgive yourself for the past and resolve to be kind at all times. Chamber 2. When your heart is shut down, you are unfeeling or cold, so light it up and open the doors and windows to love. Chamber 3. In this chamber, you nurse your feelings of hurt or anger. These may have spoiled a relationship or another aspect of your life in some way. Ask yourself how long you are prepared to blemish your incarnation by holding on to past feelings. Chamber 4. The green-eyed monster, jealousy, means that you don't feel lovable enough. If there is green slime in this chamber, clear it out and open your heart. Chamber 5. When you are self-absorbed, you cannot reach out to others. this chamber is closed. Throw open the doors and take an interest in other people. Chamber 6. Here is held the fear that there is not enough for you, so you are greedy. Start to give things away and watch how more flows back to you. Chamber 7. Here you withdraw into yourself. If you recognize this, make a big effort to take off your armor and let others in. Chamber 8. When you experience loneliness, energy is stuck in this chamber. Be warm and friendly, and you will attract people on your wavelength. Chapter 9. When you withhold yourself or things, or you are mean, the door of this chamber remains shut, for you are blocking the flow of life. Recognize this and consciously let every area of your life flow. Chamber 10. This is the last of the lower chambers. Here you are sad or unhappy. If this is the case, connect to nature and receive its healing. Now the petals start to open. Chamber 11. You feel and express love for animals. Chamber 12. You love nature. Chamber 13. You feel and express love for children. Chamber 14. You feel and express love for your partner. Chamber 15. You feel and express love for your family or someone else's. Chamber 16. You feel and express love for others. Chamber 17. You love yourself, who you truly are. Chamber 18. You emphasize with others. Chamber 19. You feel compassion for others. Chamber 20. You care for other people. Chamber 21. You forgive others. Chamber 22. You forgive the entire earth experience, all you have ever done or felt, and all that has been done to you, as well as all as human inhumanity. Chamber 23. You forgive yourself. Chamber 24. You are warm-hearted. Chamber 25. You are welcoming and hospitable. Chamber 26. You are generous. Chamber 27. You give without conditions. Chamber 28. You have love for the whole of humanity. Chamber 29. You feel and offer unconditional love. Chamber 30. You move into transcendent love. Chamber 31. You connect with the cosmic heart. Chamber 32. You experience cosmic love. Chamber 33. This is true oneness. When you live from your higher heart, you glow with love, and everyone feels good in your presence. Your light affects the cosmos. Visualization to reach the higher heart. Affirm that you forgive everyone and every situation that is not love. Sense or see Archangel Chamuel standing in front of you. His hands are on your heart chakra. Pure love is pouring directly into your heart. All you can see or sense or feel is love. Breathe into your heart. Feel it radiating pure love into the world. Chapter 30. Staying true to yourself. In fifth dimensional consciousness, you automatically speak your truth. When everyone around you is clairvoyant and can see your energies, there is no point in being anything other than open and honest. At this frequency, you are honorable, courageous, and strong, and have the highest integrity. These qualities are vital for mastery, and we are called on to practice them now in preparation for the new golden age. When all people in the world live at this level of honor, there will be total trust and safety. The journey to truth. In the throat chakra, there are 22 chambers or lessons that guide you on the path to honor and courage. As you explore these lessons, your aura becomes clear and honest, and you open up to spiritual gifts, including healing, until you have total faith in God. This is the chakra of higher communication. There has been a development over the last few years as the throat center has expanded and incorporated the Ultra Major Chakra with its 11 chambers, making 33 lessons in line with so many other chakras. The Ultra Major Chakra. I first heard of the Ultra Major Chakra nearly 40 years ago at a talk by Ruth White, who channels Gilders. No one had heard of this chakra before, and the people who were facilitating the event were skeptical, demanding to know why no one knew of it. Clearly, as the ascension of humanity was then in its very early stages, it had not been evident or available before, and Ruth brought the information through. The Ultra Major Chakra is situated at the base of the skull where it joins the neck. When you are third dimensional, it contains much of the programming that plugs you into the illusion of the old matrix. As you wake up spiritually, these old beliefs have to be cleared, which is rather like wiping a computer disk, so that entirely new information can be downloaded. However, it is not as easy as wiping a computer disk, because many people, religions, governments, and others are keen to maintain the status quo. Courage is often needed in order to let go of illusion and fully wake up to the truth of your divinity. The Ultra Major is often called the seat of consciousness and connects with the seat of the soul in the base chakra. It used to be considered a minor ascension chakra, but as the old is being dissolved and it is becoming fifth dimensional, it is proving to be glorious. In italics it says, the fifth dimensional Ultra Major provides the missing 11 chambers or lessons of the higher throat and takes the lessons here to an entirely new level. All those years ago, Ruth White described it as brown. As with all the chakras, the color frequency has evolved, and now it is deep blue, green, or teal. Blue brings truth, strength, protection, healing, and peace, while green is the color of nature, growth, and new beginnings. This particular vibration of teal is one of the new colors being brought through to help the ascension of humanity. In italics it says, the Ultra Major aspect of the throat is a junction point and is energetically linked to the higher heart. It also connects the crown, third eye, and base by activating the Kundalini to flow more freely. Planetary and cosmic throat chakras. The throat chakra of Earth is Luxor in Egypt. The cosmic throat is Mercury, which is about communication, and the part of Mercury that has already ascended is known as telephony, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael vibrates on a deep blue level, reflecting the highest aspects of the throat chakra and the blue within the teal of the altar major section. He carries his sword of truth to cut away lower energies, and his angels will always protect you if you ask. He is always with you as you work on your higher throat. The journey through the higher throat chakra. The journey through the throat center has 22 steps and the altar major 11. In total, this is 33, the vibration of Christ consciousness. All the throat chambers are exceptionally sensitive, so you need extra protection as you take your journey through them. This is a journey to higher consciousness, and you are asked to start with the inner chambers and work outwards round the spiral, so that the most delicate energies in its vulnerable center are safeguarded. In addition, before you start to read and integrate the lessons of this center, pause for a moment to ask Archangel Michael, as well as a deep blue dragon and your unicorn, to protect your exploration and hold the frequency for you with the words. In italics it says, I now invoke Archangel Michael to place your deep blue light of protection around me during this journey. A deep blue dragon to clear my path and protect me, and a pure white unicorn to hold my frequency high. As with all the chakras, you may have undertaken some of the journey in past lives. Chamber 33. The knowing of cosmic oneness. You may have experienced this knowing while looking at the stars on a tranquil evening. Chamber 32. The feeling of oneness is expanded to include oneness with nature and the cosmos. Chamber 31. You bring the energy of the cosmic heart into this chamber. Take a moment to do this consciously. Chamber 30. You access higher codes to ascension. Archangel Michael will download these if you ask and if you are ready. Chamber 29. You gain completely fresh perspectives on life and mastery. Chamber 28. You connect with higher beings, angels, masters, and highly evolved beings from other stars or planetary systems. Chamber 27. You remember important details of your soul's journey. You may find yourself bringing forward wisdom as well as knowledge. Chamber 26. You remember significant events of your past lives. Chamber 25. You fully heal your past lives. This is about deeper forgiveness. Chamber 24. You trust your intuition to the extent that you verbalize it. Chamber 23. You download inspired concepts in order to share them. Chamber 22. You have absolute and total trust in God. Chamber 21. You learn to have trust in yourself. Chamber 20. You are an ambassador of light and hold the flame of truth for this purpose. Chamber 19. You exercise inspired leadership with integrity. Chamber 18. You recognize who you truly are and honor your divine magnificence. Chamber 17. You teach truths telepathically and verbally. Chamber 16. You always speak with honor and integrity. Chamber 15. You are open and aligned to higher truth. Chamber 14. You are able to speak up for yourself. Chamber 13. You can and do speak up for others. Chamber 12. You know who you are. Chamber 11. You accept your true magnificence. Chamber 10. When you speak, you actively empower others. Chamber 9. You communicate telepathically. Chamber 8. You speak the divine truth, no matter what others say or do. And now look at the lower lessons of this chakra and take the opportunity to release these fears. Chamber 7. You go along with the opinion of others and allow yourself to be influenced to misinterpret the truth. If you realize this is the case, stop and decide what is right for you. Chamber 6. You hold back for fear of being misunderstood, disbelieved, or persecuted. These are beliefs from childhood or past lives. It is time to reclaim your power and radiate your truth. That's definitely been a big issue for me. A few years ago, I would never have even dreamed of having a YouTube channel and sharing all of my spiritual beliefs, because it's something I kind of kept hidden from most people for a long time because of a fear of just being thought of as weird or different. And I know that that has come from some past lives as well as some childhood trauma. And I think that's very, very common for so many of us that are probably watching this channel and other spiritual channels. It's a very, very common issue that we all have. And it's actually something that I would like to create a meditation on soon, because I think really it's really important as part of us all like getting into our true selves, being our authentic selves, and raising our vibration and moving into a higher dimension. We need to let go of those fears of holding us back to being who we really truly are. And I think if we have experienced past lives where we might have been a witch or a healer of some kind, and had tragic endings because of that, I believe it's really, really important that we work on that and heal that, so that it's not preventing us from being our true self and sharing who we really are in this life. Because we need everybody out there, everybody that is on this path, because not everybody is. And I think it's really also really important just to accept that not everybody is interested in waking up. Not everybody is interested in having a spiritual growth. And that's okay. That's fine. It's not for everyone. I don't believe it's everybody's purpose to be here. We all have different roles to play. We need, this is like a game. I like to equal Earth to like a video game. And we need the different players. We need the villains. We need the everyday people. I guess you can call them NPCs or whatever you want, the people in the background, whatever you like. And then we need the people that are the ones that are fighting to bring through the truth and that are ready to do the work. And even though it's hard and it's uncomfortable, they're still willing to do that. And that's where you're going to get the most reward, is from that growth, from doing the shadow work, from facing your fears, from healing the trauma. It's facing all of that, healing it, and moving forward. They're the people that are really going to grow. But please don't think that the other people are not important too, just because they're not growing in the same way as some people are. There is no right or wrong. I don't feel that way anyway. I just kind of feel like, well, when you're in a play, for example, you have all the different characters, and some people choose to play the hero of the story. Some people choose to play the villain. And then there's the people that are all the supporting characters. And I feel like it's very much like that on Earth too. I feel like our soul, okay, yep, we want to have this life. We want to learn these lessons. We want to have these experiences. And we need our supporting characters to help us with that. Some of those supporting characters are going to be people that trigger us, that make us angry, that bring up past issues. And they're doing that to help us, even though we might not like them. But we need them to remind us of what we need to do while we're here, what we need to face, and triggers are I love I love triggers because they're frustrating and they make me angry, but triggers are so valuable when it comes to healing work. It really, really helps us. Anyways, I'm rambling on a lot. But the point is, basically, yeah, I would like to make a meditation soon on healing past traumas, because I feel like in terms of bringing out your spiritual truth, because I feel like that would be very helpful for people. So look out for that one on my channel soon. And also just keep working on yourself. Don't hate the people that trigger you, because they're our supporting characters. We need them to help us on this healing journey. And yeah, just keep working on this. As difficult as it can be, we need the people that are on this journey to wake up so that they can help bring in the light and move us to a higher dimension. So the more people working on themselves, the better, because once we reach that certain mass amount of awakening, I feel like that's when things are really going to start shifting in a dramatic way. Okay, so we are up to chamber 5. You are learning to trust your inner voice and the promptings of your guardian angel. Chamber 4. The lesson here is to listen and really hear so that you can comprehend the message. Chamber 3. In this chamber, you are refusing to listen. If you believe this is the case, sit down quietly each day and be receptive. You may not receive guidance or impressions immediately, but if you persist, you will. Then the light will shine in this chamber. Chamber 2. You deliberately tell falsehoods or distort the truth. This is either a manipulation or a protection of your inner child. It is time to consciously let it go. Chamber 1. You lie or are dishonest to protect yourself. Change this, for when you speak your truth, this chamber lights up. This is reflected throughout your aura, and people will start to respect and trust you. Your throat chakra is now radiating, shimmering, translucent, deep blue with a hint of green. Everyone sees you as honorable and trusts you. A visualization for Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Call in a deep blue dragon to create a vortex of protective blue energy around you. Ask your unicorn to stand by you and hold your frequency high. Ask Archangel Michael to touch you with honor, integrity, and truth. Take a moment to feel and acknowledge these energies. Archangel Michael gently touches your throat with his flaming sword of truth. Sense old stuff and patterns that hold you back being cut away. You may sense a pure blue flame light up, filling your throat center. See yourself speaking your truth. Feel a surge of energy as the blue flame expands and surrounds your body. So, unicorns and dragons can be a little bit of a new concept for some people. I think a lot of us are very familiar with ETs working with people and with angels working with people, but unicorns and dragons can sometimes seem a bit more mythical, I guess. And they were to me too, until I started reading Diana Cooper's work. But she has some books about specifically one for dragons and specifically one for unicorns. So if it's something that you're interested in learning more about and working with them, she has lots of visualizations and things like that to work with them. So that might be something you might be interested in learning more about. Chapter 31, Activating Your Spiritual and Psychic Gifts. Some seers, wise ones with advanced spiritual and psychic abilities, can look into a crystal ball and see all that they need to know, past, present, and future. When you are fully fifth dimensional, your third eye chakra in the center of your forehead becomes your own personal crystal ball. The third eye chakra. There are 96 chambers in this complex and powerful chakra, and each one contains a lesson. We are not going through all those lessons here. However, this chakra is arranged on 7 levels, and we will look at these. It is a little like exploring a 7-story apartment block. You may have visited some of the apartments on each floor, yet there are others that you have not yet explored. You may have integrated some of the knowledge, either in past incarnations or earlier in this one. You may be more psychic than you realize, without being fully telepathic or clairvoyant. In the same way, you may be receiving cosmic downloads without enjoying abundance consciousness. This is a very potent chakra, and its power can be misused for personal gain or control, or be focused on the highest good. In the former case, it holds back your ascension and that of the planet. In the latter, you become a beacon of light and have a massive influence on the ascension of Earth. Planetary and cosmic third eye chakras. The planetary third eye chakra is Afghanistan. Your third eye is powerful. So too are the mountains of Afghanistan, which with their rich copper, gold, gemstones, oil, and minerals. This country is forecast to be the last place on the planet to be at peace. It reflects the third eye chakras of humanity, and the quicker we all ignite the truth in this center, the sooner we can enjoy world peace. The third eye of the cosmos is Jupiter, the ascended aspect, which is called Jumbay. There is a portal from Afghanistan to Jupiter and Jumbay. So when the country rises into the 5th dimension, not only will there be peace on Earth, but happiness and abundance will spread to the entire planet. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, the emerald green angel of healing and abundance, oversees the development of the third eye chakras of humanity, the planet, and the universe. His twin flame is the angel Mary, the wondrous healer who carries all of the divine feminine qualities, especially love and compassion. So now we're going to go into the 7 levels of the third eye chakra. There are 7 levels within this center, and each of these needs to be fully mastered and used for the benefit of all on your journey to higher ascension. 1. Illusion. The first level is about seeing through illusion to truth. Anything that is not of love and purest light is illusion. Disinformation and conspiracy theories abound now. What a perfect opportunity to discriminate between truth and illusion. I am a Virgo, and one of the biggest lessons of all Virgos is discernment and discrimination. So I have spent years working on this. I understand the excitement and drama of some of the theories, but I am learning to ignore all that is not truth. So much dark stuff, ranging from war to disease to divorce, seems very real and feels very painful, especially when you are living through it. How can it possibly be an illusion? Source is love and divine light. This is truth. You are part of Source, so love and divine light are your essence and that of every human and every animal in the world. Love in this case is defined as total acceptance without agenda or judgment. And divine light is the highest frequency of spiritual knowledge and information. If that is what you see in someone, or even the most dangerous animal, they will respond to you from the love in their pure essence. In italics, it says, "It is only when you step away from the blazing heart of Source that you see through the distorted lens of illusion." If you see anything that is not love or pure light, it is a projection of something within yourself. It must be so, for if it were not within you, you simply would not see it. And I do find that to be really quite true, because a lot of things that have bothered me in the past or triggered me in the past, but as I've gone to work on them and heal them, they just don't bother me anymore. It's not an issue anymore. So I do believe that things keep showing up in our lives to hint at us, okay, you need to look there, you need to dig deeper and find out what is there for you to heal. Because I do feel like that was one of the main reasons of why we come to Earth, is to do healing work, to learn, to explore, to experience things that we wouldn't experience in a different dimension on a higher level. Because in the third level, we're experiencing polarity, we're experiencing extremes, we're experiencing, polar opposites, and it's quite intense. And sometimes it can be really, really hard. Other times it can be divinely beautiful and amazing. But we chose to come here and experience this. And so I just kind of feel like if we don't do the work and explore what's triggering us, what patterns keep repeating in our lives, what people do we keep attracting into our lives, if we don't do the work to find out what that is, what needs to be healed, and learn from that and grow from that, I just kind of feel like, well, what's the point of being here? Because otherwise we're just going to have to come back and experience it all again, so that we can learn that. So we may as well, learn from that. So the universe keeps providing you with mirrors to look into, so that you see unconscious aspects of yourself reflected in the people and the situations around you. The more you focus on them and energize them, the more real they seem to be. I often receive frantic communications from people who want their partner, their child, their parent, colleague, or friend to change. How can I get him to stop treating me that way? How can I help her to see she should move? What can I do about my child's behavior? The answer is always the same. The other person is reflecting something back to you. Change yourself and the reflection must change. So they will behave differently or will leave your life. And it really does happen that way. It really does work. I mean, even my children, obviously I don't want my children leaving my life, but things that have triggered me in the past with them that I've really struggled with as I've worked on myself and done healing on myself, those issues just aren't there anymore. They just don't seem to bother me or trigger me, or they've just disappeared. And it's not that they've changed. It's that I've changed and I have faced whatever is in me that needed to be faced. And sometimes you don't even have to heal something. Sometimes it's just acceptance. Acceptance can be healing within itself, but it's accepting something in you that you might not like about yourself, and it's showing up out there. So it can be in your face, like, hello, look at me, notice me. And then when you do that and you accept it, and the more you love and accept yourself, it stops showing up as a trigger out there in other people. And also, I just find that as if I've learned to love myself and accept myself more, I mean, obviously, I've still got a long way to go. There's still more I need to do on myself, but I do feel like as I have done that, I do have a lot more compassion for people. I tend to have a lot more patience for people, and I'm a lot less judgmental. So give it a go. Start loving yourself. Okay, where are we up to? Okay. In addition, the other person's qualities or behaviors that you are focusing on are illusions. The truth is that hidden underneath is a beautiful divine being. Focus on their beautiful divine aspect so that they can show it to you. Fear and ego are also illusions. The truth is that whatever your challenges, your spirit will come through it. Your ego may be dented, however, and that is a learning process on the journey to love. In italics, it says, if anyone tries to make you feel different from or less than others, remember that is their illusion. So that's a good way to try and not take things so personally if other people are got issues going on. Sometimes it's like, okay, that's their stuff. However, if you buy into it, it becomes yours. Just focus on the loving essence of who you are. If someone infers you are not as good as someone else, once again, it is a test. When you disregard it and concentrate on your divine magnificence, you move beyond the first level of the third eye journey. Several people may be looking into the same mirror and seeing the same thing. It doesn't matter how many people see the negative stuff, it is still an illusion. The collective can be very powerful. Much of the media buys into it and tests you in many ways. If anyone talks to you of war, hurt, or disagreement, they are focused on illusion. Change the subject or the TV channel. Do not enter their universe. It is time for light workers to move beyond it. In italics, it says, you energize what you focus on, so see the good and beautiful. The ultimate illusion is death. The truth is that you are taking off the robes of your physical body in a changing room before emerging into the next room. We have all heard people saying that the world is illusion. In the third dimension, we have individually and collectively co-created that drama. But it is impossible to understand until we stepped into pure love and light. Only then can we see and understand that it arises from separation from source. The moment you flick on the switch and truly recognize the negative film projected from your mind for what it is, at that instant, you choose to project a different film. The reflections change to joy and love. Your world transforms. While other people live in the dark, you do not need to join them. In italics, it says, in the fifth dimensional paradigm that we are approaching, we will all step into light, love, and truth. If you want to transform the world ready for the new golden age, you can start by making the switch in your own consciousness. Then you can move to the second level of the third eye. And that's what we're up to. 2, mental healing. The thoughts that you send out can affect others greatly. The more energy there is behind a thought, the more deeply it can penetrate the recipient's aura and affect their health and well-being, negatively or positively. However, most people's thoughts are too scattered to be effective. The lesson in the second level of the third eye are about working with the power of your thoughts for healing and the highest good of others. The current focus on meditation and mindfulness is all about developing this level of the third eye. When you have the mental focus to send out a laser beam of concentrated positive thought with integrity and positive intent, you have mastered the lessons of this level. This confers such great power that you can use it to accelerate the ascension of the entire planet. You can concentrate your power to visualize everyone's fifth dimensional health blueprint in place. When you do this, ask that they receive this under grace. This means that you are asking that they benefit only if their soul agrees to accept it. You can use your power to force something to happen. But if it's not for that person's highest good, you create karma for yourself. Asking under grace means that their soul guides the energy. 3, telepathy. This is the ability to communicate directly from mind to mind without speech. Communications may arrive as pictures, words, thoughts, feelings, ideas, or concepts. More and more people are becoming telepathic without even realizing it. Most mothers communicate in this way with their babies and small children, though when the infant is screaming, arousing anxiety in the parent, this blocks the receptivity. In the same way, animal lovers are telepathic with their pets and intuitively know what they want. It is a two-way process, for the creature receives your thoughts often more easily than your words. Again, if you try too hard, though, it clouds your third eye. It is much easier to open up the airways when you are relaxed. People or animals communicate on different frequency bands from birds or trees, while the angelic and elemental realms send their messages at a higher vibration. Yet your third eye can download them all. Practice tuning in to people and animals, as well as the nature and angelic kingdoms. Let go of any preconceptions and trust your impressions. 4, creation. The fourth level of your third eye is about creation and manifestation. When your 12th dimensional chakras are engaged, you can manifest with the power of other chakras. But until recently, the third eye was the only spiritual center from which you could send your desires and intentions out into the universe. From here, you can consciously manifest not only your personal dreams and visions, but also objects. Everyone has this latent power, which is developed and honed on this level of the third eye. Manifestation is based on 3 factors: the ability to relax deeply, clear, concentrated focus on what you wish to create, raising your frequency as high as possible. Breathwork and relaxation techniques are becoming accepted as we start unconsciously to train ourselves to relax more deeply. In the golden future, people will play memory games to sharpen their recall and also to improve their focus and concentration. Note how crosswords, Sudoku, and word games have become popular over the last few years. From this level, you can also send pictures into the relaxed mind of someone who is receptive. I have shared the following story in another one of my books, but it illustrates this beautifully. 40 years ago, I was training to be a hypnotherapist. One of my fellow students was practicing on a friend. While the friend was deeply relaxed, The student took her on an inner journey along a pathway. She decided to project a pink style into the mind of her friend. Suddenly the subject exclaimed, "How extraordinary! A pink style has appeared on the path." This is something you can practice to bring forward your skills. It must be done with integrity. 5. Clairvoyance. The 5th level of your third eye is clairvoyance, the ability to see into other dimensions. While it literally means clear seeing, at this level you may be aware and physically attuned, psychically attuned, without being able to see pictures. You may, for example, merely have a strong sense of what will happen in the future or what has occurred in the past. As with all gifts, it is vital to use this for the highest good, for there are dark dimensions that you can tune into with unfortunate consequences. The doors to those lower spaces are locked if you have pure intentions and thoughts. Only your own fears or choices, for example, watching a dark television program, can open them. As you focus on higher realms and ascension qualities, the veils between you and the spiritual world become thinner. You may see spirits or even ascended masters, as well as elementals, dragons, angels, and unicorns. 6. Abundance and consciousness. The 6th level of the third eye is about abundance consciousness. The chambers here start to open when you become 5th dimensional. Then your needs are automatically met. This can happen in subtle ways. For example, you're in a restaurant and think, "I'd like some tomato sauce," and the waiter is instantly at your side saying, "Would you like some tomato sauce?" Or one morning you say, "I need to change my car. I'd really like a blue Peugeot." That afternoon, you walk past your local garage and there is a blue Peugeot on special offer. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. A friend of mine once said that he really needed a holiday. His phone rang 5 minutes later. It was with a friend he hadn't seen for years, inviting him to stay as his guest at his villa in France. Well, I've definitely experienced some fun things like that, so it definitely works. At this level, you believe you deserve these good things and are joyfully grateful for them. The more miracles of abundance and prosperity happen as a matter of course. The universe sees your heart's desire and brings it to you. Be ready to accept divine abundance. 7. Claircognizance. The 7th level of the third eye is claircognizance, divine knowing or gnosis. This is the top floor of the 7th-story apartment block, and from here you have a panoramic view. Things fall into place. You receive downloads from the stars. You access universal truths. You do not need to see, you know. A visualization to expand your third eye. Imagine you are walking towards a 7-story apartment block. Walk into the hall on the ground floor and look for beauty in each room. As you move from floor to floor, open the doors and let the sun shine into each room. On the 2nd floor, focus on the world being healed. On the 3rd floor, send a powerful and beautiful picture into someone's mind. On the 4th floor, focus on a dream or vision. On the 5th floor, look into the rooms and see what is happening in the different dimensions. On the 6th floor, imagine you are receiving your heart's desire from the universe. On the roof of the building, look up at the stars and feel a crystal ball being placed in your third eye. So it's been roughly an hour, I believe, so I'm going to leave it there. We will continue with chapter 32, connecting to the cosmos, next week. We haven't got much more to go. We've just got a few more chapters to go and then part 4, and then we are finished with this book. I would love to know what you think of the book so far in the comments below. If you are enjoying my content, I would really love for you to subscribe and to like the video and share it with anybody that might be interested, just to help share what I have to share with people, because that is really what I'm most passionate about, is just sharing this knowledge with people. I really want to help people to learn and to grow and to heal. And the more of us that get to that higher vibration, the sooner we get to experience more new exciting things to come. I mean, I don't think it's going to be, completely perfect either, but I do feel like there'll be new exciting challenges, and I feel like a lot of us have done the third dimension for a long time. We've had a lot of lives here. I think we're kind of all getting a bit over it and are ready to move on to new things. So let's make this happen. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.